Good night. Welcome, everyone. As with great pleasure, we learn the Mishna Yomis. It's hard to believe we just started, and we're already going to be starting the second parak tonight with the last Mishnah in the first parak and the first Mishnah in the second parak, as we thank Yisrael Fisher and family for making the shir possible. This Mishna Yomis, dedicating it for Basi Bas Rabbi Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain, then Neshama should have an aliyah. We also, for Leilin Nishmas Chasi Bas Shlomo, for Shalem Fel Yom Moshe Ben Chayei Sarah, the Schus Avram ben Yom and Beinish ben Malki Yehudis and family, for Yol Klugman and family, for the Schus of my Shver Avigdor ben Rivka, Meir ben Chayei Sarah. They should all have a refuah shalema b'seich sharchei Yisrael. The Mishnah says, if you remember, we said we do 3 fasts by the Yechidim, by the Talmidei Chacham, then 3 lighter fasts by everybody, 3 more severe fasts, and then another 7, right? So that's a total of 13 by the Tzibur. Avru elu v'loy nanu, if these 13 fasts pass, and it still did not rain, Rachmana litzlan, mematin b'maso matin, we decrease business. Bebinyan u'benatia, we decrease building simcha. That means building, for example, a beis chasnas l'bnai, a wedding place for your son. They used to build a place for the wedding, and then they live there. U'benatia, or planting for simcha, building planting in a park, or planting a certain type of tree when the boy is born, when the girl is born, and then they would cut it down and make a chuppah. So these planting of simcha, they don't do at a time of such severe drought. Be'erisin u'benesuin, if the person already fulfilled period of arivia, and they're marrying a second wife, or they're marrying afterwards again, but they already fulfilled period of arivia, so you don't do that at this time of community distress. They don't greet one another, like people who are rebuked by heaven. The Talmidei Chachamim, they fast again until Nisan is over. Now, even though rain is not customary to fall in Nisan, but at the time of Yoel, there was a miracle that it rained in Nisan and it saved them from a drought. Yotza Nisan v'yardu gesham, but if Nisan was over and it rained, let's say in Iyar or Sivan, Siman Klal, that's a sign of a curse. This is talking about in the climate of Eretz Yisrael. Shenema, because Shmuel said that when they asked for a king and they weren't satisfied with the Navi, it's the time of the harvest of wheat, and Hashem is going to cause it to rain to show His displeasure. So we see that rain at the time of the wheat harvest, already after Nisan, is considered a curse. Now we said after the first 6 fasts, the first 3 and then the second 3, they fasted another 7 fasts that are even more serious. So the second parak starts off, Seder Taniyos Ketzad. What's the order of these 7 more severe fasts? They take the ark out of the shul and bring it into the city square, which is a very terrible thing, to be mavaza, the ark, which is usually in this sanctity of the sanctuary, and they bring it into the city square. And they put ash on top of the ark to signify that Hashem is suffering with us, the sign of the burning bush. They put it a Barosh HaNasi or Barosh of Bezdin. They put ash on the head of the Nasi and on the head of the Bezdin to humble them. And when people see that even these great men are being humbled, it shakes them, it gives them a feeling of terror. Everybody puts ash on his head. An elder amongst them, he says before them words that cause the heart to be beaten down, to move the heart. my brothers, Loi nema ba'anshe Ninveh. It doesn't say by the Anshe Ninveh. Anshe Ninveh, the last minute, when Yonah came to them, they saved themselves from destruction. What did the trick? Loi nema ba'anshe Ninveh vayar elikim es sakom es tanisam. He saw their sackcloth and their fasting. Ela vayar elikim es maseim. He saw their deeds. Ki shavu midarkam hara. They repented from their evil ways. So Hashem doesn't need the outer trappings, the sackcloth and the fasting, but rather true change of action. But Kabbalah Omer, similarly it says in the Navi, V'kiru levavkem, tear your hearts, v'al bigdeikem, and not your clothing. This is a very perfect Gemara to learn in Mishna, to learn in Elul, because similarly in Elul we do Shofar, we do L'David Hashem Ayri, we're going to start next Motzei Shabbos Slichas and get up early, but it's not the Hashem Kel Racham Nechanan. It's not the shofar. It's those are alarms. It's what that causes us to do. It causes us to be more patient, to smile more at people, to be less rigid, to not yell, to not look at we're not supposed to give more tzedakah. Hashem wants us to change our ways, not just the outer trappings. We want to thank all of you for joining us once again. It's good to be back at home with everybody. Again, we want to try to get people that live in Lakewood and Fairways to come down and participate in the shir live and to have a camaraderie in the shul as we have on the Zoom. We're looking for a sponsor for this week's Chumash shir. Yetz Hashem, 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful Shabbos.